All kinds of good stuff going on in football. And who knows better to talk about football than John Madden? He was in St. Louis this weekend, and we got a chance to talk to him before the Rams shellacking. Let's see what he had to say. With John Madden of the Fox NFL team. We haven't seen you in St. Louis for, what, about 8, 9 years now? When's the last time you've been here?
The last time I was here was 1981, and so that was a long time ago, so it's nice to be back.
What do you think of the changes in the dome and everything else?
Well, yeah, I'm kind of glad that this game isn't being played in the dome, because I think the game really stands for itself. I mean, this is a big game. I mean, the Rams have been the biggest surprise in the National Football League this year, and I think, you know, the 49ers, the defending world champions coming in, I think that the game can stand on its own. And I think if it were the first game in the new stadium, you'd have to be saying, this is the first kickoff in the new stadium, it's the first touchdown scored in the new stadium, and this game is big enough that it doesn't need a new stadium.
What do you think of the Rams so far, 5-1 at the time of this interview?
I think it's great. I mean, I think that's one of the biggest and best stories in the NFL. I mean, there's been too long the 49ers have been in a division with no competition, and I think that if there was no one that would say that, you know, after 6 or 7 weeks, the Rams are going to be in first place, the 49ers are going to be tied with Atlanta for second place. And I think that's a great thing about football, because if everyone knew what was going to happen, and it happened anyway, this would be a boring thing. But because no one knows the Rams are going to be there, and then they come and they do this, everyone says, geez, I never thought. Of course you didn't think, but that's good.
You spent the day with them today. What's the attitude, and what do you think of their team chemistry so far?
Well, I think that success breeds success, and you know, they have it, and you know, you can't have confidence until you win. You know, and then you win, and then that gets confidence, and you can see that this is a team that has a lot of confidence now, and it has confidence from having been successful, and they believe, and I think that they feel that they have a great opportunity against the 49ers.
How do you enjoy doing this, going to city like this on bus? Because we know that you don't like to fly, so you have the Madden Cruiser outside. What's that like, going from city to city?
Well, I love it. And, you know, that's the whole part of it. I mean, you know, the travel, going across the country. I just came from California. We'll go to Atlanta next week, and then back to California again. And I love that part of it. And I love, you know, going to practice and watching film and talking to players and coaches, and then, of course, doing the games on Sunday. It's great. I mean, you can't, if you're looking for something to do, you can't beat this. I mean, I've been lucky in my life. I've never had a job.
John, thanks a lot. It's great to see you in St. Louis. Hope you come back again.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we're in John Madden's bus. We figured we'd take you around. This is the Madden Cruiser. He doesn't like to fly, as you heard in the interview. So let's see what is in John Madden's bus. Got the nice couch here, the phone there. Got the beautiful stuff. Here's the driver. Got some food. Got the microwave. Supposed to be a nice job for you.
Yeah, it is. Great job. Yeah, love it.
Do you do this all the time, or?
Yep.
Take them all over the place, right?
All over the place.
Is that the private quarters back there?
Private quarters here.
That's nice. Well, thanks a lot for letting us in here.
Okay, no problem.
We're back. Thank John Madden very much for coming out to St. Louis and showing us on national TV in a positive light.
It's too bad it couldn't have been a closer game, so you could have heard some little more booms.
Well, you know, it became the Larry Champagne game after the second half. But
he was a great interview, too.
Yes! No! Oh, grab me!
Somebody needs to take that little toy away from Madden so he just can't draw circles around everything on the
I love that.
Look at the sunglasses. Look, here's a dome.
My favorite thing is when he draws around Nate Newton's belly. I mean, that's football, baby.
Okay. You would like that. Another person who was in town this weekend for the 49er game was Bill Walsh. Not many people saw him, and not many people interviewed him, so I felt very fortunate to actually talk to one of the greatest coaches in all football history. This man led many. Hey.
Maybe even the greatest. I mean, with the offense he came up with.
He had some great stuff, and he had Joe Montana and Jerry Rice, but when you look at great coaches, John SHULI, and then I see Don, they're all the same, and Bill Walsh. So we talked to Bill Walsh after the 49er win. Let's hear what he had to say. All right. With former 49er coach Bill Walsh, welcome back to St. Louis. I guess it was a successful trip for you guys today?
Well, it was a fun trip. I've enjoyed it. We love the city, and it's a marvelous group of people, and it was to be a great game, but I think the 49ers at this point are just a little bit better than the Rams.
So you're a special assistant now for him. What does that position do, or you just
help carry the equipment?
Really?
Yeah.
So you still root for the 49ers, big 49er fan?
Sure, I always will.
What do you think of this team compared to the ones that you managed to coach before with the Joe Montana?
Well, we'll have to see, but I think they're a world championship team.
And Graybeck as a backup, he looked a very quality backup.
I like him very much. I think he has a terrific future. I really do.
Do you think you're gonna be done? Are you done coaching now, or do you think you're gonna maybe try something else, another endeavor?
No, I'm just a spectator with the 49ers and enjoy it every week. Thanks.
We're back. We thank Bill Walsh of the 49ers, and he was a very nice guy to do the interview with us. A Super Bowl champion man, and what a great coach he is. Baseball time here in St. Louis. Tony La Russa, new Cardinal manager, and I'm going to start talking baseball again because this is the
Step in the right direction.
start of things. Well, we've been saying this for 5 years, though.
Yeah, we have, haven't we?
But I think, Walt Jocketty did not want Joe Torre as his manager. I don't think Mark
I think he was
McGwire
waiting for La Russa, to be honest with you.
could be, and this is the most exciting thing to happen in St. Louis since Whitey quit.
Yeah, you're right.
It's definitely a step in the right direction. I mean, I think Jocketty wanted La Russa last year and took too long to find out yay or nay, so that's why he waited on Torrey. But something else I want to talk about, not to take anything away from La Russa, but he brings Dave Duncan with him, the pitching coach from Oakland.
Exactly.